Hi, I'm Steve and I'm the Speccy Techie. Doing some new unboxing videos. This is like a trial thing. So this is sort of like me testing out whether we should carry on doing these. Right here, all sealed, all new. It's an Acer laptop. I can't remember exact laptop it is. It's a V5-531. It's one of their new ultra slim ones. And they're not that expensive. So straight away we've got a brochure. Explains about the laptop. It's got USB 3, it's got HDMI. You know, it's got all the necessities, everything you need. But I only think it has one audio plug and that's an output. Doesn't... Oh. It does feature quite a lot, this laptop. So you get the little brochure there, the charger, the laptop. So let's have a look at the charger, see what sort of quality it is. And that is, oh, you've got a little splitter there. I don't think that was HDMI. Yeah, it has HDMI and a port for this splitter. What this splitter does is splits that special port into those two, which is Ethernet and VGA. Both legacy items on a laptop. You don't usually use them to. So you've got the charger here. Standard sort of charger, you know, standard plug, so easily replaceable if it's damaged. And obviously you got your Cloverleaf UK plug that comes with it. So what else you got in there? And you've also got the battery. Needing that, so very slim, very long. You get the idea. It's a battery. So we just move that out of the way there. The brochure. So let's actually move that out of the way for a moment and grab the main thing that makes all the difference. Well, there's another brochure there. No CDs in there, just documentation about the product and possibly warranty. So you get that as well, and that packs down there nice and neatly. So in this nice cloth sleeve, which I do admire, they are good, is the main thing we're looking at here, which is the laptop. What's this? It also features a printer. It doesn't really. It's documentation. Must read. So it's telling you must plug it into the wall outlet for the first time of use. That's all that is. Something to watch out with laptops, especially these Acers. If you look, the Windows license key is sort of peeling off, so that's never good. But yeah, that's actually peeling off. That's not good. I'm not happy with that. Straight out of the box. I don't know whether it's because it's been in a damp delivery truck. So I would put some tape over that and certainly keep an eye on that. So let's put the battery in and we're going to plug it in and see if we get any fireworks. Let's initially open it up before we plug it in, just have a look, see what we've got here. So this is initially the laptop plugged in, not plugged in, and the open. It's a nice laptop. The touchpad is all in one. It's like the Mac, so Acer will be getting sued for that at some point soon. But you know, you got your mouse pad, your trackpad, whatever you want to call it, and the left and right click at the bottom there. As well as it being touch sensitive. The power button is very nice. The keyboard's a nice layout, though. Yeah, yeah, that can be dealt with. The only thing I would suggest is if you're a touch typer, that might be a little bit annoying, that being in with the enter button, but apart from that, you know, that's nice, I like that. You've also got a little plasticky thing there that will come off in the end, and your little tab thing telling you about features and stuff. Pull that off, customer ain't gonna want that flipping out. It's got a glossy screen, so it's nice and shiny, new, gives it that new nice look. So we just dump the box somewhere, we're going to plug this in and see how it goes. Not yet. So we've got the laptop plugged in now, so we're going to fire it up and see how it looks. So it's got a nice clean boot screen, post screen, nothing fancy, no fancy writing going down, and I don't know if there was, I didn't notice it, but usually there's a flashing cursor, which, you know, not a problem, but I didn't see it that time. Went straight to Windows. Some of these laptops you can turn the post screen off so it goes straight to the Windows. My one does, and that's a Toshiba C660, just for preference. If you're after a laptop that when you turn the power button on it comes straight up. So this is initially preparing it for first use. Every laptop you get will do this when you get it out of the shop. Now there is a way of getting into Windows, running it, and you know, without entering any of the details. I'll show you that in just a moment. So you get to this screen, you want to test it out before you say you're working in the shop. You want to test it out. What you want to do is you want to, on the keyboard, Control Shift F3, and that'll bring you straight to the audit mode, desktop, and you can add programs, remove programs, updates, and all that sort of stuff without entering anything into the out-of-box experience setup. Now just a little quick close-up of the lead that comes with it that features the VGA and LAN outputs. It's got a very sort of slim output there. Yeah, those are the two there. So it's only a little lead. I'd say it's about 6 inches long, and that just slots in. Yeah, that's a nice snug fit there. It feels secure, it feels safe, it doesn't feel like it's going to snap easy or wiggle out. So this plastic cover we're actually going to take off because it's already annoying. So that's off now, so it's a very nice clean looking laptop there. So we're now in audit mode and it's now booting to the desktop. So you can see just how well it performs. Now, just a record, computers out of the box once they're set up don't perform well because of what's called bloatware that the OEM put on them. That is something when you get a computer you want to sit down and go through the add and remove programs and remove anything you don't need unless there's text, unless it says driver on it. You'll need that. So we're in the UB mode. See, it's already got McAfee pre-installed. That's a problem. McAfee is awful. You don't want it on any of your computers. It will just slow it down and cause you more issues than what it solves. So that is the first thing you need to remove, and you also need to download a McAfee removal tool for that. I'll have a tutorial up for that later. So just go into the control panel and then system properties. As you can see, it's fairly slow. It's not the best performing laptop, but if you're upgrading from something with Windows XP that you've had for 8 years, it's going to be brilliant. No, I don't want that. That was out of habit. I want to go to system. So it's got 4 gig of RAM, 3.8 gig usable, so 0.200, so 256 meg of RAM is allocated to the graphics, the onboard graphics, which is going to be the HD 3000 because it's an Intel Pentium. It's going to be Sandy Bridge based. So it runs at 1.3 gigahertz, not particularly high frequency, but in processors this day and age, that doesn't matter. That's not important. It's the architecture inside the processor that matters. So the customer experience index on this laptop is 4.3 for the processor, 5.9 for the RAM. Graphics is 4.5, and gaming graphics 5.7. Your hard drive is 5.9. Now your hard drive, if it's a mechanical drive, will never be anything more than 5.9, simply because WEI doesn't register it any higher than that. It will not, and it cannot. So unless you have an SSD, that won't be higher. So that's about everything I can show you right now. Obviously comes with Wi-Fi, and as soon as you get any laptop, check to see it's got McAfee on it, and that's the first thing you want to remove. So what's that? It's also got Norton Online Backup. I personally don't know of a single customer in the shop that's used any online backup software. It's just something that gets put on there and never used. So, you know, feel free to remove all that. These computers tend to have recovery partitions. You don't actually get recovery media like disks. I don't like that because when your hard drive fails, you lose your recovery partition, and you have to source all the drivers from Acer's website, which is a nightmare. They have one of the worst driver websites. So, you know, Windows has its own way of creating recovery media. Once you get McAfee off there and all the software on there you want, your documents, create a recovery media on a disk. So for hardware failure, you are covered. Now these use Western Digital Blues, if I'm right, which are somewhere different size. These sorts of hard drives. That one there is an ex-customer's that has broke. They do it all the time, and we replace about 4 to 5 of them a week. All the Western Digital Blues, commonly in the Acers. So just be prepared for that. It is a problem, and the only thing you can really do is be prepared, back up your stuff, and don't be a fool and, you know, say it will never happen to you. I done that and I lost everything. It does happen, it will happen, and when it does happen, you won't be prepared. I'm Steve, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you find it very useful. But overall, for value, I give this laptop, I would give it an 8 out of 10 actually, because they are very nice laptops. Kind of reminds me of the Apple Mac. As I said, for that trackpad, they're probably going to get sued by Apple. So I would, for performance, 6 out of 10. Durability, it's got a really flexible screen lid. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't like that. So, you know, that's 6 out of 10. And for the software they put on there, -8 out of 10. And overall, it's a nice laptop, but be prepared to have to upgrade it sooner than, say, like a Core i3 or a Core i5, because a Pentium is a very basic processor. This one in particular, it's 1.3 gigahertz. I did say that doesn't really matter much no more, but you know, in about 3 years time, this isn't going to be as fast as what it is now, given Windows updates and advances in software and stuff. It all gets more power resource hungry. So, and if I was to buy a laptop, I would actually go for one of these, but I would go for a Core i5 model myself. That is really bad, that license key. Right, I hope this helped you out, and enjoy your new product. Cheers for watching. rate and subscribe.